The sound of a bull elk in September is one of my favorite things there is. North America hunting is such a privilege anymore, and to go hunt big elk is rare. I've been trying to draw a tag in New Mexico for I can't tell you how long, and this year I drew the Gila. It's legendary for giant bulls. I've got a friend I've hunted there one other time with, and he knows where the bulls are. So the anticipation to get to New Mexico this year is driving me crazy.
Blue Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
As soon as I drew the Gila tag, I knew that I better be ready. I better be in shape. I've got low T on my side, but I've got to go out there and get busy and get to working out, get to riding my bike, get to lifting, because I'm going to be hunting hardcore for at least 10 days. That's the season. And I plan on hunting the whole time, because when you draw a tag like this, you don't just shoot the first elk that comes out, or at least I don't. I'd rather see some other hunter that hasn't shot a bull with his bow get one than me just fill my tag. Some people think that's dumb. Some people think you ought to just fill it because you drew it. But I believe that there's a big bull out there. You're gonna draw this maybe once in your lifetime. I wanna have a shot at a giant bull. So we always drive, you know, Texas, New Mexico, it's a short little 8-hour drive. Throw our stuff in the camper, throw a couple coolers on just in case I get lucky, and fill them with elk meat. And we're headed out there, and I'm just, you don't want to get too excited anymore. To me, public ground hunting is tough. I don't care what area you're in, where you're at, they're in there, but you're competing with other hunters. You're in there trying to find out where the elk are, trying to find out where the hunters aren't. It's a new challenge that I don't remember as a kid growing up with. When I was a kid, you'd go to an area, and if you saw another hunter, you'd just go somewhere else. That's not what it's like anymore. If they think there's elk in there, they'll drive over the top of you, run from downwind to blow them away from you, because they think they're the ones that deserve to fill their tag before you do. I guess they do. You're looking at the big timber, you're knowing the bulls are bugling, you're hoping that this is the year, and we roll into camp and we've put 40 miles of backcountry on, and we're here. That's what's great about hunting with an outfitter. They live there, they're locals, they know where the elk are. I don't always have time to spend 2 weeks prior scouting, so for me to go with David, it's a no-brainer. And to have Esther cooking green chili burritos for you, I mean, I'd drive out here just for that.
Blue Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Cinnamon Creek Archery, Spot Hog, Matthews, Vortex, The Force Synoptics, Traeger Wood Pellet Grills, Pinnacle Hunting Supplies.
Jogging. first morning, I hear about this place called the Puke Hole. And it's called the Puke Hole because if you go down in there and you get a bull, you're gonna puke for sure packing him out. And it's one of those places that you're hoping nobody else is in there. So we start in, and it's steep and it's rank, and you see that when you're going down, you're gonna have to eventually come back up. And you're hoping though it's worth it. There's no one else in here, you've been training for this. You know that if you get one down, the boys are gonna help me pack it out. And we get about 3/4 way down the ridge, and we meet a hunter coming out. And then we look on this ridge, and there's 4 hunters going down, and we look on this ridge, and there's 4 hunters going down. Welcome to the party, boys. Know that you gotta put the miles on and get that break, get that luck. We're in the bulls every single day. You just gotta catch a break. And I think today we have a chance. We're like 80 yards, and we're starting to see these cows shuffling through the brush, and here goes a bull, and here comes another bull. And man, it's gonna work. It's gonna work perfect. We're in the right spot. We worked hard enough early in the morning to get to the right spot, and all of a sudden, they start busting out of the brush, headed towards us. And we look up, and here's a hunter, with the wind at his back, with his bow over his shoulder, walking right through the herd. So I've got one chance. I slip off the side. I'm gonna see if I can stop one down there about 50 yards, get a shot, slip on my back, they're gone. Esther's cooking, and now that she has Dale, it's twice as good. And then there's David. David's pretty fun to hang out with too. We like to hike together.
He doesn't cook though. He just eats the food.
I can sure eat though.
And he doesn't share it.
There's a 2-man team, or a man and woman team. There's myself and Crystal. And to have your spouse or significant other with you all the time and be able to hike with you and be there with you, it's pretty unique, I think. I don't know any other guys that their wife is up there with them every hunt and right there with you, like carrying my all the time. So you're gonna have to put more miles on. So we start up this ridge early in the morning, and it's really steep, but we're working our way around. We're hearing bugles in the perfect spot that we come around the top, and they're gonna be right there. We set up, and here they come. And to shoot a trophy bull with a film crew or with a camera, it just adds that much more difficulty to it. And we found some nice bulls, 320s, 330s, which I'm not saying I wouldn't love to have, but I've already got a bull with my bow. There's a once in a lifetime tag. If you're gonna shoot a big bull, you're gonna have to pass some really nice bulls. And so we end up passing some bulls that maybe we shouldn't.
Blue Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare. Wilderness Athlete, fuel for the rugged. Kuiu, ultralight hunting. 40 Fit Radio, Psionics, digital night vision. The best of the West shooting system.
Well, David goes back. He's a fire jumper, insanely in shape. All his guides are in shape. But we're going to hang with him. We're going to go. So whatever it takes, we're going to put the miles in. And we just got to get ahead of them as they work up the draw. And we get on this one, and we chase him all the way to the top. And we cannot catch up to him until he's already in his bed. So we decide to hike all the way to the top and hang out there and make a decision.
We're up here. Saw a big bull this morning. It's windy like crazy. We hiked all the way to the top. We're gonna see if we can just wait it out. See if he gets out of bed. It's been a tough hunt. Day 6. But it's pretty awesome to see a big bull like that get you back in the game.
We can hear him bugling from his bed, and we think the best move is let's try it. Let's see if we can get close, see if we can spot him, and sure enough we do. He's laying there, he's got his back to me. I get within 40 yards and I'm thinking about making a shot. I just can't decide if I send my arrow, if the arc of it's gonna hit a tree. And the last thing I wanna do is be wounding one of these and letting him suffer. So I opt out. I watch him stand up, he finally busts me, he runs off the ridge, and now that 6-hour hike, we gotta go 6 hours out of here. Like I said, public ground hunting's tough, and you just got to work hard and get out there. And guys kill giant bulls in this area all the time. I've just got to figure out how I'm going to get in front of one and get a shot. And I want to take an ethical shot. And so I probably pass on some shots that maybe I should have took, but I would rather not take the shot than wound one. And I passed on a few bulls that, you know, they were nice bulls, but I want a giant. So we get towards the end of the trip. We've got a hot bull. He's screaming his head off, and we're kind of in the flat, so it's kind of thick junipers, thick brush. here we are staring eye to eye, 55 yards. But this is what I dream of. I want to watch one in range, slobbering mad, screaming his head off. Here you go. Here was my chance. We made a little bit of a mistake, and when he stepped around there, we were in a bad position to get him broadside. I don't get a shot, but I got to watch him scream and sit there and drool and slobber. When you're that close, I don't know, maybe I'm getting old. It was worth the price of admission right there. I wasn't upset. It was cool to see him, and tomorrow's another day. This is like a big family. We got all the guys up here. We're trying to find some elk. We're getting down to the last few days. We spot some bulls way across these fingers, and it's time to go get them. And rule number one, never ever leave the truck without your rain gear. When you think it's not gonna rain, it's gonna rain. Ask the weatherman.
I really want to kill an elk, but you don't believe me.
I don't know if I want to be here.
Claps of thunder and lightning are hitting. And this is when you question yourself, how bad do you want it?
I think it might rain, I'm not sure. The great thing is I've got some of the best rain gear they make. It's over there in the truck. That's why I didn't bring my rain gear. I don't have hail gear.
The camaraderie and being in a hunting camp, you just really can't describe that to anybody. You've got to go out there and experience it. And, you know, we're having some bad luck here and there, but coming into camp every day, having a great meal, out in the pines, sleeping with your window, your camper open, man, that's what it's all about. We forget that sometimes. We get caught up and you gotta have success, you gotta shoot something, and you're probably thinking, well, he's just saying that because he hadn't shot anything, but no, that's not it. I love to be out there, that's why I do it, and I miss it. I grew up in the mountains, and I miss that smell. There's something special about being in the pines having that fresh air every day and getting up and being where they live.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Jay. Happy birthday to you. That's the only elk you got.
That's how many elk you got right there, yeah.
A cow.
Get my bow. Let me make a wish. Let me think about it. I know what I want. Thank you guys. That is freaking awesome.
She made another cake and she didn't have a bull. She said all I have is a cow. I said, well, I don't have to do it.
They got me and David score.
Hey, turn that sideways a little bit. So
That is awesome, guys. Thank you.